Chase that check, chase that check. Chase that check. Chase that check. Let cash accumulate over days and chase that check. Chase that check. Let this money. Chase the check. I try to let the money work for me and chase the check. Cash accumulate over days. Let cash accumulate over days. And chase that check for days. Let cash accumulate over days. And chase that check for days. Let cash accumulate over days. And chase that check for days. Let cash accumulate over days. And chase that check for days. Chase that check. I gotta get that money. I gotta chase that check. But you ain't got no space, and you ain't chase no check. Then you ain't get no money, then you ain't got no tech. And I can bleed it, and I can trust it, and I can bleed what I wanna do, I want it. And I can bleed what I wanna do, I love it. They hating on me in public, I love it. But I be chasing money, and I be chasing honeys, and that's my fucking problem. I'm a fucking dummy, but I'm a curse one, and that's one day, honey. And you gon' get that one day when I'm done chasing money. Let cash accumulate over days, and chase that check for days. Let cash accumulate over days, and chase that check for days. Let cash accumulate over days, and chase that check for days. Let cash accumulate over days, and chase that check for days. Let cash accumulate over days, and chase that check for days. Let cash accumulate over days, and chase that check over days. Chase that check. Yeah, chase that check. I had a moment of silence, cause I be chasing that check. And this shit so crazy, I don't even stress. Yeah, the bitch left, but they ain't the first time she left. It's like a boomerang, she come bouncing back, just like on the day. Yeah, she do a spin, yeah, she do those spins. Yeah, she spin on that 10, yeah. But I'ma stay on point, I gotta get that money, just like my joints. They spread out, and I fly my wings. If I was a bird, I'd be a wing. Yeah, you get it? Yeah, that's first class shit. First class, you don't even know what I'm talking about. Bitch, I'm the pilot lit. I'm the pilot lit. Business owner. I represent. I'm from the fold. Everybody throw up that shit. Let cash accumulate over days. And chase that check for days. Let cash accumulate over days. And chase that check for days. Let cash accumulate over days. And chase that check for days. Let cash accumulate over days. And chase that check for days. Let cash accumulate over days. And chase that check for days. Let cash accumulate over days. And chase that check for days. Let cash accumulate over days. And chase that check for days. Let cash accumulate over days. And chase that check for days.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is the recap with LCAOD. And this is recap coverage from the stock and crypto market. These are live ideas of thought and studies. This is not financial advice on this stream or with this company. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, what's up? Hope you're having a wonderful evening tonight. It's Friday Junior, today Thursday. What a day. The market went crazy today. Finally got out of that range. Back to what I was saying, back to what LCAOD was saying on Twitter, as far as how much more consolidation can the Bears and Bulls take before breaking to a direction. You saw that consolidation today. It broke. It was the Bulls took it up. The Bears gave up. The Bears gave in. It was an exhausting rally. It wasn't. I think we're still near the range. I think we're actually still in the range. technically looking at the beginning of February, but we are there though. We finally made it to that higher end of the range. You know, we finally seen a new number close finally, and it looks good for the market right now. Overall, as far as the ETFs, you know, they're coming back. They're getting back to those highs. You know, and I think the bank earnings is tomorrow is going to kick off everything. We're gonna see what's gonna happen. You feel me? As far as the stock prices, the share prices moving up higher for the companies. You know, that's just looking like what's the holdup. You know, because everything else is lining up with what it needs to be, and it's like the companies are still waiting. So all eyes on bank earnings. But what ended up happening today? Stocks closed higher Thursday. S&P 500 notches highest close since February. The S&P 500 climbed 1.33% to 4,146.22 for its highest close since February. The Nasdaq Composite advanced 1.99% to 12,166.27. The Dow Jones Industrial Average added 383.19 points, or 1.14% to 34,029.69. So huge bullish day for the market. Like I said, it finally broke out that consolidation and it's just peaking at the levels of, it's looking really bullish. Like the bulls might be trying to pull a market reversal right now. That's what it's peaking at. But I would hold your horses because it's mad resistance right where they're at. They are surrounded by bears. So you want to be cautious of the market right now. It's really at that point where it's peaking for a breakout, or this thing is definitely your top at this point. And they set it up perfect here. They escalated it, they extended it. There's the whole market overall to the top, Bitcoin and everything. And all eyes is on the banks on Friday morning, you guys. JP Morgan, in healthcare, United Health Group reports their earnings. Citigroup reports their earnings. Wells Fargo's report their earnings. PNC report their earnings. And BlackRock. These are all companies in the stock market. They are banks. These are some of the biggest banks in the world globally. So keep that in mind. The market is about to shift here tomorrow. Remember, the banks had some things going on with them, far as collapses and stuff like that, where they were having deposit problems and people were having problems as far as not being able to withdraw certain amounts and yada yada, etc. So it's a lot of attention with the banks right now. This has been going on for about a month, too. This is recently started. The Fed even mentioned something in the recent FOMC statement about the banks, saying that they was going to consider the rate hike. They were going to pause until the bank collapsed, and then so it's a lot. It's a lot of he say she say, but numbers don't lie, you guys, and we're about to see tomorrow morning. I really think it's going to be a lot. It could move more than it's expected. I do think that, but I think it's going to just try to move at it as expected. I think this bank situation is going to be really, there's going to be a lot of tension and heat with the banks for a while. It's not going to just start and end that sudden. So you got to keep that in mind. But we'll see tomorrow for real. That's pretty much what happened though today. And tomorrow, it's just what it is. All eyes is on the bank earnings. So 3 things to watch on Wall Street is really narrowed down to 1 now. What inflation data looks like now. That came out this morning. The market went full bull mode off of the PPI and the jobless claims. And Fed minutes, you know what that is. That's out too. So there's only one thing left to know and watch out for, and that's tomorrow morning and all day. No Fed speakers the rest of the week, but they'll be sneaking in and making their comments. Retail sales, that's in the morning. Consumer sentiment, that data comes out in the morning. That's the last piece to the puzzle as far as that with the bank earnings. So all that's going to be factored in due to all the volatility and market move here this week. But Man, the market moved. The market moved this week. It moved a lot in its range, up and down. And like I said, it just broke out right here, sitting right here. Kind of like I said, about $1 out of its range from the CPI data, technically, or probably like really the same spot of the range or near it from the CPI data a couple of days, Wednesday, excuse me. So yeah, it's exciting. It's exciting right now. It did get sold. The market got sold yesterday due to recession fears, and now you seen today hold what recession fears where like all that drama went away quickly. So you see how things can take turns when you pay attention to things like that, and this is really key to getting paid, and making money in this market. Um, you got to have patience. So if you don't have patience, this may not be something for you. But other than that, we're gonna go ahead and get into the charts and numbers, really, and nothing else to talk about. Crypto, as far as crypto, crypto's been looking, like I said, about the same as the stock market right now. Really, they're like neck and neck. And like I said, I think crypto is waiting on the banks too. You feel me? Because that's key. That's how a lot of people from crypto get money with the banks. You gotta have a secured wallet and things like that in that nature. So that's just how things work with crypto. So crypto has definitely been chilling. Bitcoin is right here pressing at the highs right here at 30K. So about halfway down when you look 5 years out and see what happened here back in August of September 2021, August, September. So it did hit a high up there. So about half, little half down still. So who knows? This thing could be topping out if if the banks say something horrible tomorrow, if they all say horrible things tomorrow, and then we got more bank earnings reporting next week, and then things will definitely take a downturn. So it's just something to key in right now. But other than that, the market is definitely bullish. So I'm assuming crypto is bullish at the moment. If it breaks above this 30K level, the next level to be looking out for is about 32,000 on Bitcoin. But Ethereum finally, I see they broke today. Y'all see that? Ethereum 2K. That did happen today, so that's good for them. Considering last week they were like 1,800, 1,849, so about another $200 up. So they did break that trend line. So crypto is looking very bullish right now, you guys. You guys want to be taking heed of that too, as well, just as in the stock market. Crypto's open at all time. It never closes. So that's the beauty of crypto. But um, I wouldn't be buying at these highs right now. The trend line, you should have, you could have or would have, or you knew about it. So it was like it was best to try to do it before that. But now it's above the trend line, so it's like, yeah, a little pricey now. But this thing can push. If you look 5 years out, they did go to about like what 4, almost 5K. So that's good. So they still got some things to do. Not all the way out the clear here yet at this 2K level, but they're getting there. It's working. The next level for Ethereum to break is about, I'm looking at 21, 22. Get above that, then this thing really is bullish. So we'll see. Let's go ahead and get into the stock market. The SPY, ladies and gentlemen. The SPY. So, the SPY today, as you can see, I'm going to write this big. No selling. The SPY pulled a full bull mode today, and there was no selling at all. That 410 level, I told you guys, watching the recap, you tuned in, should be very profitable right now here recently. We have really been, kind of point on with the market. I don't know how long this will last. I know the market makers are a little tricky. They like to confuse things, man. But it's all technicals, and it's all algorithms, and it's just about patience, really, knowing how to read the direction, knowing how to read the what the chart is telling you, what it's signaling. It's always going to be signaling something when the market is open. So you just got to remember that. But 410 was a level that all week, I seen it was definitely a level that it was resistance and support. I seen it because they kept going straight through that number. So that's what made it out to be resistance and support. 410 on the spot. So, and honestly, you guys, that still is in play. 410 is still support as of right now. I will say that, meaning there is still a possibility that if the bank earnings is not good, you'll see the SPY sell right back into resistance, which is 410 quickly. So, nothing, you're bearish in the market, nothing to be hanging your head about today, Patience. I kind of warned you guys, about, moving those dates back. That's very important. So, especially when they're doing a lot of rigged action and you can see it and it's making you mad, just push the dates back. That's more than likely what it's telling you. Push the dates back, or, just hold on to your cash and, just to defeat the anger. But at the end of the day, like I said, it could 410 is resistance and support, but as of right now, it's definitely support. Looking at right here, this is basically where it held up from all day. So it was no selling at all. You got your support here, here, here. You even got it up there to end the close. But I think they did that for a reason, like I said, for the bank. So, if the banks is good, they're definitely pushing higher here on the SPY. And, we're going to call out the levels here in a second, but, just explaining things. But, the bank's not good, of course. It's going to be a downside level. So, no selling at all today. So, like I said, it's questionable. Like I said, it was more so of it was a lazy rally, It was an exhausting rally. It didn't seem like it was worth it, LCAOD did enter a trade here. I wanted to test it. I wanted to test the momentum. I wanted to test the market makers there and wanted to play a little game with them and just see. I was trying to see where they were trying to make the top because that's their job. So they didn't necessarily make a top, but they made this, like how you see this area. It looks like this area here. So I see what they're doing. They'll trade into this area tomorrow if things are not good for sure. They might just bring it straight down and then, retest this area, 410 again. And then 410 doesn't hold. And then you got to be looking back, back down to the downside. So, I'm just trying to see what the market makers was doing. It was a quick little put trade entered. Way up here. It was just about for 10, 20 minutes. It was around, I'm trying to see, towards the end of the day. It was actually on, let me see, it was like here. I'm looking here. So got in about here and got out there. You see what I'm saying? So got in here, got out there. So got in, got out. Then it bounced back. Good thing I did get out. You see that it did consolidate, tried to get me there. And then it did go back into the close about right there. So just testing. What I was doing was just testing the levels on the spot, trying to see where they were topping it at. And I see what they were doing. You got to look 5 days out. Like I said, all they were really doing was from 5 days ago, it was pre-market action, but I guess necessarily they're not going to count it. But yeah, it was just pre-market action where they were testing the levels of 413 and 412, and They actually traded it today to the upside, so it looks good. It looks very bullish, but the high from the other day in the pre-market was 413.75 and they tested that today. That's all they did. So we're still necessarily in the channel. We're still necessarily in the range. This market still can go either way due to the bank earnings and the next week earnings after that, big tech and everything reports. So we're going to see. But they definitely tested that level today right there, as you can see. 413.82. They got above it, but that was just major resistance. So they closed below it, 413.39 on the SPY. So with that being said, levels I'm looking out for tomorrow on the SPY. You know, looking 5 days out. They have finally beat that, so we're extremely bullish. One second, you guys. Hold on. Okay, all right, I'm still with you. All right, okay, so yeah, like I was saying, sorry about that. You got to really start zooming out. Is basically what I was saying. So 3 months. Okay, we're here. So you got to go out 3 months now, looking at the charts, because that's just where we're at. Right now, we finally have met with this level here. So that's where we're at right now. Now, like I said, things looking positive to the upside. I mean, these are just these levels I'm circling. These are levels that I'm looking at. You know. These are levels that I'm looking at, though. Right here, what's that level right there? 416. And what's this level right here? 418. So I'm just saying, you know, as of right now, if the bank earnings is good, you guys, the market is definitely going to push for these levels. Oh, it's another candle right there. Try to sneak in for 14.53 cents. So these levels right here, you guys, if the bank earnings is good, the SPY is definitely about to try to retest one of those levels. And now at this point, you know, I'm thinking 414 would be the closest level. It's going to try to retest. So to the upside. Tomorrow I'm looking for the SPY just to break above 414.50. If it can get above that, you guys, and hold, the next level to be looking out for is 416 on the SPY. To the downside, you guys, bank earnings is not good. This is your top for the downside on the SPY. We're looking out for that level to be, or maybe your lowest level. Possibly they can pin it and consolidate into next week. But, you know, depending on how bad things are with the banks, you know, if 410 doesn't hold, it might turn into resistance. It can get lower than that. You know, next level would be about 4.850 to the downside on the SPY. Them the levels I'm looking out for. DIA. Oh, I'm excited. Where we at on time? 23 minutes, we good. Okay, DIA finally hit 40, you guys. The Bulls finally did it. Tremendous effort there for the Bulls. Congratulations on the Dow Jones. They hit 340, you guys. They closed at 340. They finally did it. Now you gotta start zooming out because it's like, what do we do next, right? The most that they can do right now, and they can do, you know, we can zoom out a little further. We can show you, you know, what they can do, but I would say the best. I ain't gonna say the most. The best thing they can do is hold this 340 level and consolidate, and try to just push to 342. You know, the most they can do obviously is 360, but you know, it's not showing any signs that it's going to do that yet. Now the bank's got some up their sleeve that they ain't telling us. Then, you know, then that's different. But I think that's longer term, regardless until we test those highs. The next new high, like I said, I think the DIA, the Dow Jones, it has to keep this momentum. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But that's the level I'm looking out for. I'm just really looking forward to feel these wicking candles right here because they're very thin. So if they can really just start to fill them up, like I said, it could hit a 346, but I'm thinking right here, this first one around 342.20 would be the next high on the DIA. So them are the levels I'm looking out for. So to the upside tomorrow, DIA keeps this momentum, 342.20. You get there, next level possibly, 345? DIA 345? Oh man, the market is going very high now if we see that level. But 342.20, be on the lookout for that to break. If that breaks 345, it is definitely in play. To the downside, this may be your top though, you guys. 340, it took a while to get here. Think about that too as well. This may be your top. To the downside, I'm just looking forward to break back below 338, possibly consolidate there. If it doesn't hold, I'm definitely looking at 337 not to hold next. And DIA might be pushing right back to 335 just due to bad earnings, bad bank earnings. You never know. So, but yeah, tomorrow, definitely, or next week, whenever, sometime soon. 339, 338, little slim pullback. See right there if they can consolidate and hold that and find support. If not, then yeah, definitely 337 to the downside. Triple Qs. Okay, so almost rewarded. I see they're playing with that 320 level, teasing it almost there today. Triple Qs, they were extremely bullish as well, as you can see. The whole market was bullish. The whole entire market was bullish. But like I said, it wasn't exhausted. It was an exhaustion bullish. It wasn't. You can tell it was really market makers doing it. It was no real volume. So we're gonna see tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday. We'll see tomorrow what tomorrow brings. It's either gonna be a sell-off Friday or the market is gonna push higher on Friday. So it's coming. We're gonna see. We're definitely gonna see. But for the upside tomorrow, for Triple Qs, definitely things looking good. Bank earnings good. 320, of course. But it's time to go ahead and skip that because 320 should be turning into support now. 322, next level I'm looking out for. To the upside, Triple Qs, 322. To the downside, this doesn't hold. Oh, you got to bring it back to 315. And then I'm really looking at 313. Still being the resistance / support right now on the Triple Qs to the downside. IWM. So they teased it. They're still teasing it. 178 is their high. They're still teasing 180. Not there yet, but at this point, bank earnings good, you guys. IWM to the upside 180. If that breaks through, because it's been a long wait for it. Then 182 is the next level I'm looking at for in the IWM. To the downside, I am looking at about that 176 and that 175 level there on the IWM to the downside. Also looking at about if that doesn't hold, next level to the downside 172 IWM. VIX volatility. Oh, what? This makes a lot of sense. Okay, so yeah, I was definitely testing the VIX today. I was testing the volatility. I was testing the speed of the market today is what I was doing. I was playing with fire. But LCAOD, companies take risks. We still profited off of it. It was just really quick. It wasn't going to be like a whole thing. I knew I already could tell and see. But the VIX, man, wow. LCAOD, woo! Volatility finally broke below 18, y'all. So that's why you saw the push there. Just expect, like I said, at this point, bank earnings good. they'll push higher, and I'm expecting the VIX to now look at the year to date. I'm expecting the VIX to go ahead and break that volatility way down here, about $17.40 next. Just keep trimming it. You know, they keep trimming it like that. The volatility, the fear, keep just leaving the market. You're going to continue to see what you saw today. The market will rise, and then just load it, and then if you had patience on and you've been holding this whole time, you see what's going on in your portfolio. I'm pretty sure you're happy today. So, due to the VIX, due to the volatility leaving the market, the speed is leaving the market, the fear is leaving the market. It looks like the banks might be looking positive. That's what it look like right now. Or at this point, it's gonna just spike. You're gonna see something like this, or possibly that, or you get what I'm saying. The volatility is about to just spike. If the banks ain't talking nothing good tomorrow, you can bet you will see this VIX spike. The resistance is still at 20, so that would hurt a lot. The stocks would definitely fall tomorrow. It would be a lot of red. But if it breaks, if the VIX spike above 20, you guys, it's still going to be trouble. But as of right now, that's resistance / support. So there's really nothing to be concerned about. But I know, and just want to alert you guys, about the VIX. The speed can instantly kick back into the market, at drop of a dime. Like, it's that serious about the VIX. So we'll see. We'll see if that volatility kicks in the market tomorrow, or it just continues to sell off like you've been seeing, and you'll see the stocks go higher. But the levels I'm looking out for tomorrow on the VIX to the upside, I'm looking for a spike above this. If they can get back here, they'll prove that yesterday was a recent top. It'll prove that what they did today would tomorrow. It'll be tomorrow, but what they did today is a recent top. You know what I'm saying? So if they do spike back above $18.80, the stocks will pull back. The market will go down. It'll be red tomorrow. The VIX to the downside now, like I said, I'm just looking for it. It says $17.80. If it goes to $17.40, $17.50, you'll see the stocks go higher. The market will go higher. It'll be green again. It'll be more green. You'll see more green across the board with more stocks, and and that's just what it is right now. So these are the levels I'm looking out for on the VIX. NVDA chip makers. NVIDIA closed right here at 264. So no 270 today, but they did get close there at one point. They was at 268.89. I guess they just realized, hell, the bank earnings is not yet. We got to chill. So it looks like they're chilling right here at support at 264. Same spot technically where they opened and closed yesterday. So right here is definitely support for sure. You can bet, if everything's good, bank earnings is good, nothing to be worried about. They're not going to collapse again. That was just an accident, freak accident. And you don't got to worry about nothing. Bank's good. You can bet NVIDIA to the upside levels I'm looking at here is 267.50. And you get above that, I'm back there at that 270 level. You get above that, they really might be pushing to 272 next. But that's to the upside levels. To the downside here, banks not good. If the banks are not good, if the earnings is not good, and they're gonna keep collapsing, and they didn't know how to tell us, and they was waiting to earnings to tell the whole world tomorrow morning, and all this bad stuff, yada yada. Then to the downside here, I'm just looking at 260 here on the video. 260 doesn't hold. The next level I'm looking for is 258 on the video to the downside. Google. Oh, Google. So Google, they got bullish today. They closed right there at 107, y'all. Remember yesterday on the recap, I said it was a possibility that they could hit 107, and they made it possible. Google did it, and they're right there at 107.18. So they got really bullish today as well with the market. But bank earnings is going to key in at this point. It's nothing else to rely on. You got retail sales, all that last economic data, all that is going to be key for tomorrow as well. So, you know, that's going to be key on Google's stock price too tomorrow. So we'll see what happens. You know, things are good. Things looking positive. Next level I'm looking for Google to break above is 108.40. You get above 108.40. The next level I'm looking for is 109 and really 111. 110 to 111, you guys. 111 maybe possibly before earnings or maybe on earnings. Who knows? I don't know. But 111 to about 110.50 is what I was thinking there. I was thinking both. It got mixed up there. But 110.50 to 111. If Google breaks above 108 and 109 tomorrow, you guys. Next levels I'm looking at to the upside. To the downside on Google, I am looking at definitely 106.40 not to hold. If it doesn't hold, I'm looking at 105, and I'm looking back at that 104 level because I didn't expect that. So 104 to the downside on Google. If bank earnings is looking bad and they're screaming for help and they're going to keep collapsing and they don't have equity, and that means they can't get it to the Google and they can't get it to these companies. So yeah, Google will pull back. Definitely, they'll go down. Tomorrow you'll see a lot of red, so them the levels to the downside I'm looking at. Baba. Oh, Baba, Alibaba. They're still bearish, you guys. They did achieve the goal by bursting through 95 at 97, but resistance. They got rejected there, so we're gonna write an R there. They did not make it back above 97, so this is still looking very bearish over there in China right now, in Chinatown. So the $96.45. Yeah, that's where they close. So it's really just looking like, you know, now they're still bearish. So bank earnings good. Possible retest at 97. You can get to 97. You may get to 98, 99, 50. Not seeing 100 yet there quite yet. We'll see how 99.50 pan out. They can make it there. But to the downside levels I'm looking at on Baba, you know, 95 not to hold or 94. They'll start it right there, consolidating at about 93, 92. Really looking at 90 on Baba to the downside. You know, things are not good. Bank earnings are not good. You know, yada, yada. That's the levels I'm looking at to the downside. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is it. This has been your recap here for the week. Tomorrow is the final day for trading and investing for the week. Crypto is just got a huge boost just now out of nowhere during the entire recap session. Ethereum is at 2,100. That level I was just showing you guys about that they had to break, and they just achieved it out of nowhere. Bitcoin just burst up another $300. It's going crazy right now. Bitcoin is going to the point where, you know, they might be breaking to that 32,000 level, you guys. It might be next. They're almost out of 30K woods there. So just keep an eye out on that. It must be some type of leak going on right now with the bank earnings, and it must be something positive that crypto investors know about. Something just positive just sparked that. Definitely. Gold is up here. Silver is up. Oil is down 10 cents, but it's still high. So keep an eye out on oil too, you guys. Gas prices at the pump is still high. So just keep an eye out on all of that. But yeah, man, that's it for the week. We're gonna be doing another recap on Sunday night, and it'll be about next week. It'll be about next week. It'll be about the earnings next week, and it'll be about some plays on the watch list. You know, and information coming out on the weekend. You know how we do. So we'll be back with another recap Sunday night, you guys. But y'all enjoy y'all evening. I ain't gonna hold y'all up. Let's see what the future's doing real quick. Then we gonna skate. Stock futures are down slightly as investors ready for corporate earnings season. So it's kicking off. You already had Washington Federal. They had earnings after the bell, so that's a Fed bank. It's in Washington. It's called Washington Federal Bank, literally. You know, there's, you know, people are excited. It's kicking off. That was the start tonight. But tomorrow morning is the real start. And, you know, tomorrow, how it's going to trade throughout the day is going to be the real start. So we're going to see next week. But it's mixed up right here after hours. Nothing really going on. Let's see what the new sentiment survey is saying. Survey says, ooh, neutral wins this week. Survey says everyone is thinking like LCAOD finally. They want to be neutral on the market. There's no point of being a bull or a bear. There's no point of picking being an animal. You don't want to be an animal in this market. That's how animals get slaughtered. There's no such thing as, oh, bulls get slaughtered only or bears get, no. They both get slaughtered. I've seen it happen. It's been done. Stay neutral, you guys. Stay in the gray area. You stay profitable there, and you keep your sanity. That's when you be neutral. So 39.5% is neutral on the market. We're here in the next 6 months, meaning we don't really care which way the market goes. We're just trying to get paid. We're just trying to be profitable. You know, we're just paying attention to the data. We're just being cool, calm, and collect, and we're just being mindful and positive and respectful, you know, about things. So that's a huge change this week, considering how it was last month and last week. You know, it's a huge change. 26.1% is bullish on the market overall, though. Still thinking the market will go up here in the next 6 months. So that's okay. That's good. You know, 34.5% is still bearish, though, on the market, thinking it will go down here in the next 6 months. So that's still not good, really, right there. That's kind of a little competing with just being neutral, not caring, and just going down, though, for sure. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of what it's saying right there. So, that's a huge transition right there, y'all. I hope y'all ready for tomorrow, though. The meter over here is in the neutral bubble right here. The meter is in the neutral bubble. So, oh, man, -8 means neutral. Oh, man, we'll see what's going to happen. We'll see what's going to happen, man. But I'll see y'all tomorrow. I ain't going to hold y'all up. I just wanted to get that out to y'all so y'all know what's going on. But, man, we're going to see what happens tomorrow. But the levels, make sure y'all pay attention to them levels. Like I said, remember, if you don't feel confident on what I'm saying and about my levels, just think about the timing, though. That's all I'm really saying. I'm not really saying, because I'm like you, I get questionable, though. I don't know. I get shaken out of position sometimes. I don't know about, you know, if it's going to happen right there in that moment or tomorrow or the day after or next week or next month or next year. That's why it's about paying attention, though, seeing the levels and, you know, finding a good date that fits your comfort, you know, fits your comfort. Remember, you shouldn't be dependent on this as a wholesome income. This should be a side hustle. You should have you need another source of income doing this. You know, you should be a backup things. You know, if you are doing this as a whole, hey, you know, well, it's about patience then. So had that. But ladies and gentlemen, that's a wrap. We're gonna wrap it up. I will see y'all Sunday night. Remember, Sunday night, new recap coming out over the weekend. What's gonna happen next week? A lot of big earnings coming out next week, but the banks tomorrow. Be on the lookout for that. But we're gonna see what happens, y'all. And will the banks collapse tomorrow, you guys? Or will the banks hold up the market, and will the market get more bullish than you saw today? That is the question you ask yourself tonight going into tomorrow close and the weekend. I will see y'all Sunday night. Peace. This was the recap of the SPY Triple Qs, IWM, DIA, VIX, NVDA, Google, BABA, with LCAOD. I'll have some new stocks on the watch list next week with LCAOD. See y'all Sunday. Peace.